Hello everyone, welcome. Now in this class we are going to study about models. So we'll be saying what is model and how to create model in Bootstrap. So let's just see first that what is a model. The model plugin is basically a dialog box or a pop-up window. Okay, that is displayed on top of your current page. Fine. So the syntax is, as you can see here, button type is equal to button, class is equal to button, that is btn info, btn lg. Now one thing to remember here is, see guys, here btn info you are having, so we have actually discussed this already previously, right? So in we have 7 inbuilt styles already there, right? So that is this info success, so any of those things you can use here. Okay, that is up to you. Now lg is according to the size. Okay, md, lg, or xs, or whatever you want to use, sm, according to what size you want. Okay, so that, so now data toggle is equal to model, and data target is equal to my model. Fine. And you'll whatever you want to write inside it and close the button. Okay. So this is what is a model. The syntactically this is how you have to write to make a model. And now let's move over to the screenshot. So you can see here model example. So it is like, once you model is like a button, you can say. Okay, so once you click over it, you have another pop-up box type of thing that is displayed. Okay, so that is what is a model. Fine. Now we move over to the model size. So we can change the size of the model by adding the model sm class for small models or model lg class for large models, depending on your requirement, that what is the size of the model that you want. Okay, so example, the syntax you can see here. So you have see, we have already discussed the four sizes, right? We have large, we have medium, we have small, and we have extra small. These are the four classes we have discussed in buttons, right? So the same thing holds here also. You, whatever size of the model you want, okay, that you have to give. Now let's see the syntax here. Like small model you are having, the syntax is div class is equal to model dialog model sm. Okay, so now model dialog model sm, that is sm, that is small size. This is used when you will be making your model in small size. Now the next we move over to large model. The large model is what you will be using lg. The syntax will remain the same. In case of model sm, you will be using model lg. Okay, so lg is what, that is for large. Okay, so this is how to define up the model size. Okay, according to your requirement, that what size of the model you need, you have to use that particular size. Okay, now we move over to the scroll spy. So the Scroll Spy plugin is used to automatically update the links in a navigation list based on the scroll position. Okay, like the Scroll Spy, it means that we can click on a particular section to directly go on to that section or scrolling instead. It's like, see, just look at the output here. See guys, you can see here website name, section 1, section 2, and section 4. So section 1, it is like you don't need to scroll up the thing. Okay, like you click on section 1. So once you click on section 1, that respective page is opened. Then you click on section 2. So as soon as you click on section 2, that particular page is opened. So this is what is Scroll Spy. Instead of scrolling up the things, you just directly click on that particular thing, and that particular respective page will open up. Okay, so that is Scroll Spy. Now we move over to the tooltips. The tooltip plugin is small pop-up box that appears when the user moves the mouse over an element. Got it? It's like whenever you hover on the option, that particular text will be displayed. And to create a tooltip, you have to add the data toggle is equal to tooltip attribute to an element. Like see, many times it happens like you hover your mouse over that particular thing which is holding some link, then something will be displayed. Okay, so that is the meaning of this tooltip. Got it? It's like you can see in the output screen, hover over me, so that is a link holding something. So as soon as you move your cursor over it, we are getting hooray written. Okay, this is what is a tooltip. Now let's move over to the syntax. Ahref, that is for the link. Okay, for the link. Now data toggle is equal to tooltip. So tool that, what is the meaning of this? That is telling the system that we are creating a tooltip. Okay, so title is equal to hooray. So what is the thing that you want to display once the user hovers over your content? So that is hooray written. Got it? So this is the syntactically how to make the tooltip. Okay, so now I'll explain you how to make up these things. Whatever we have discussed, I'll just show you how to do them. So this is where we were. Now I'll just show you how to execute whatever we have learned. Okay, so let's start with the model. We have discussed how to make the model. First let me show you how it is. Like see here, this is a model example. Now as soon as you click over it, we are getting a dialog box. You can see here, this is the model, like model header, some text in the model. So as soon as you click over the model button, you have another dialog box like this. Okay, so this is the meaning of model. Now let's just do the coding for this model. Okay, so till here we know it's the same in bootstrap. Now we move further, like div class is now we move over in the body part. Now div class is equal to container. Okay, now let's say whatever heading you want. Okay, now here you have to make the button, like button type is equal to button. Okay, now class is equal to btn info, or let's say success. Okay, anything you can use, that's not an issue. Data target is equal to, let's say, whatever you want to write, like let me write my model. Okay, so open model and then finally close up the button. So I hope you got it what all you have to include in the button. Okay. So this is the complete syntax how you have to write. Like button type is a button, then class is equal to btn, btn success, then btn md. Now in place of these, whatever you want, use accordingly. Okay, this is just an example I have used in which I have taken success and md to be written. That is medium and success class. But according to whatever you want to use, you can use it. Okay. Now div class is equal to model fate id is equal to my model role is equal to dialog. Okay, then div class is equal to model dialog. Got it? Now here we have made the button, then firstly we have made the button, then we have made the model. Now we'll be writing the model content. Okay, like whatever should be displayed, like model class div class is equal to model content. Now div class is equal to model header. Now button type is equal to button. Class is equal to close. Data dismiss is equal to model. And times button. Okay, now div closed. Got it? Now div class is equal to model body. Now div, or you can say, do one thing here, you can give in the paragraph, let's say you can give here text to be displayed. Okay, so div, this div is closed. Now div class is equal to footer. Now div class is equal to footer. Okay, or you can write model footer. Got it? So model footer, done till here. Now button type is equal to button class. Button type is equal to button. Okay, class is equal to button default. Let's say we are taking the default button. Again, you can take any button that you want here. Okay, so any of the we have discussed the 7 types of buttons, right? So any of the buttons that you want, you can do here. Got it? Now close. So now you'll be closing up your button as well. Got it? Now div, you have closed another div. Now just see how many you have opened and how many you have to close. Just keep a count of it. Fine. Okay. Now after this you have closed the divs. Now you have to close the body as well. And finally you have to close the HTML tag. Got it? Now this is completely, we have written the code for making a model. Okay. Now let's just save it. Okay, so let's just have a look at the model now that we have created. So see here, this is the model that we have created. Got it? Open model. Now one, I hope you have understood how to make up this. Okay, so this is simply a button. Okay, open model, whatever you have redirected it for. Got it? So this is is our model, and this is the code for that, how to make up the thing. Got it? So this was about the model. Now next we, what we have read studied was the tooltip. So now we'll be writing the code for tooltip, and let's just see how to make the tooltip. So I'll make the changes here only so that I don't have to type the already boilerplate again. Got it? See, just have a look here how to make the tooltip now. Now div class is equal to container, till here it is okay for you. Now let me just write, it's a tooltip example. Okay. Any heading you can use. There's no particular reason why I've written H3 or something. Okay. Let's just say this is just for an example I'm giving you. That's why I'm writing hash in the link. Okay. If you have any such thing like you have to redirect or something, give the link of that over here. Okay. In ahref is equal to, in that quotes, give the link over there. Okay. Okay, so then just be careful with whatever where you are putting the packets and everything. Okay, because that may lead to some error if you don't do it properly. Got it? Then you have to close the script tag. Okay, and then the body end. This is closed. Got it? So let me, so this code, I hope it is clear to you. Here you have to, this is the main thing where, see, div class is equal to container that you have to open. That is a thing. Okay. That is the first class. See, now you may ask that why in each and every class we have to use this container. That is the main class. Got it? Which is having all your features and the functionality. So that has to be first used. Fine. After that, this is your syntax for basically the tooltip. Okay, now let me just show you the output. See here. You can see here, this is a tooltip example. We wrote this in the header section, H3 I used. Okay, so now this over here you have written. Once the user hovers over it, that is he moves his mouse over this, he gets the message hooray written. Got it? So this is what is a tooltip. Okay, now. So next we did was the scroll spy. So scroll spy, as we have already discussed, what is scroll spy? Scroll spy is nothing but it is like, you can say, means you have created a links at the top, and once the user clicks over it, it directs you to that particular page. Okay. So okay, let's just make a small program for scroll spy as well, just to tell you how to do it. Okay. Now see here. Now here, first what you need to do, you need to apply the styling as well here. Got it? Okay. So there's a small change in when you make the program for scroll spy. Okay. It is like the CSS. Like see, you have to first define up the style. Like just see here. We just define the style first, like the position relative. Okay, the position should be relative, I want. Then top is equal to 50 pixels, let's say. From the top it should be placed with a span of 50 pixels. Okay, then height also I want to give, let's say I want the height to be around 200 pixels. Okay, then font size, let's say 28 pixels, let's say. Okay, now This is something you have defined in the style. Now we close this, the style attribute. Okay. And we close the head as well. One thing to remember here, here we have closed the head, right? That will not be the thing. Okay. So here in the body, now we have started with this. Now let's just have a look here. Like the nav bar. Now I hope you know what is nav bar. They are the, we have already discussed it. They are for the drop downs and all that. We use this. Okay. So navbar class is equal to navbar inverse top. Okay. Now the div class is equal to container fluid. Okay. So now container fluid is something I hope you guys know what is it. Now we are not using the container here. We are using container fluid. Now container fluid is like, see, whichever space is available to it, that is what it is going to take. That is the meaning of container fluid. And that is a difference rather, I would say, between container and container fluid. Got it? Container fluid will do what? Whatever space is available to it, it will take all that. Okay. Now, div class is equal to navbar header. Okay. Now, the button type is equal to button class, button, then class is equal to navbar toggle. Okay. I hope you know the meaning of toggle now. We have done in the previous example as well. So, toggle is simply when it is like you have, when you create drop downs and all, right, there you use this. Okay, in order to say that there is a drop down menu sort of thing once you click over that particular button. Okay, so now the span class is equal to, let's say, the icon bar. Okay, now we close up the button. Then a class is equal to the navbar brand. Then href is equal to the website name. Okay, so now you'll be closing up the div. Got it? Again the div opens, in which again you'll be making up the things like, I'll show you. See, div. Now the div class is equal to id is equal to my navbar, let's say. Okay, unordered list class is equal to nav navbar nav. So the list will be, I hope you know how to make up the list, unordered list, ordered list, and all these things we must have used. Okay. So close up accordingly. Okay. Don't forget this thing. Now, one more thing I've forgotten to do. Don't forget to do that here. We have not closed the list here. Okay. That is also the important thing to do. So now after this, again, the list class, drop down, now drop down toggle it is. Okay. So drop down toggle. So data toggle is the drop down. So the href is equal to hash. So basically don't get confused why I'm writing this hash. Okay, it's simply because right now I don't have anything to redirect the link to, right? So that's why I'm giving hash here. Otherwise you can, if you want that in your web page the link should redirect you to some other page or something, you can give it there. Okay, so that is the only meaning, nothing to get confused over here for it. Okay, so then we know the caret class, we have already discussed about the caret class, so it is the same here as well. Now drop down menu, you have to tell whether it is which type of menu. Like I'm telling here it is a drop down menu, you have to specify that. Got it? Now you have to close the unordered list because four section, let's say we want to make, we have made. Guys, don't get confused or don't forget to close up the brackets. How many you have opened, close that many. Okay, because see this is html we are writing it in, okay, in notepad, so that won't give lead to showing you of error, but that won't give you the exact thing that you are wishing for. Okay, that's why don't forget to close up the things whatever you have opened. Okay, the tags. Now after this we've done till here. Now div data spy is equal to the scroll type. Okay, now the data target will be what? the nav bar. Okay, the dot nav bar. So here we are again making up the container fluid, that is whatever I'm printing should elaborate according to whatever screen size is available. Got it? Open the heading tag here. Okay. Now in the P tag, let's say I want to write try to scroll this section and look at the navigation bar while scrolling. Okay. So now close up the P tag. Okay. Now again the div also you have to close. Then again you have to close the div. Now similarly you have to do the whole thing for section 2 and section 3. Let me do it for section 2 as well. Like see, div id is equal to section 2. Got it, guys? Now div class will be what? The container fluid. Now your heading will be like section 2 that I'm making. Okay. Now again the same thing in the P tag, whatever you want to write, like try to scroll this section and look at the navigation bar while scrolling. Okay. So now closing up the div tags, whatever you have opened. Okay. Now the rest of the things are already done. Now guys, this is I have made the code and showing you only for 2 sections I've made, but this is a procedure we'll be making for others as well. Got it? Now let's just look at the output. So just have a look at here, the website name, the section 1, section 2, section 4. Okay, these were the things we made. This is a caret sign. Now we have made the caret sign, right? So this is that caret sign. Got it? Now once you move over the section 2, we get the page of section 2. Once we click over section 1, we get the page of section 1. Got it? Like this. Now this is how what is the scroll spy actually. Got it? That is Either, see, can you guys see here that I'm scrolling? Either you scroll up, the things will be visible to you, or the thing is the things are given at the top. So you, whatever page you want, just click over it, that page will directly be redirected to you. Like section 1, I'm getting, instead of scrolling, I want directly to come, and once I click on section 2, I'm getting the page of section 2, like this. Got it? So this is what is a scroll spy. Okay guys, now in the next class we'll be doing some more features in Bootstrap. Okay, thank you.